Very nice, Miss. I will. Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
How are all of you? My name is Steve. Welcome to Restorative or Relax Yoga, however you want to look at it. Use this hour to do exactly that. It's yours. For this 50 plus minutes, go ahead and relax as much as you want, including, I'm okay with naps. Naps are cool. Restore. Take as long as you want to do something. Stay in something as long as you want. If you want to do something that I'm doing, great. If you want to do something on your own, great. We'll all just kind of follow through it together, but really, it's yours, so just enjoy it. You don't have to do anything you don't want to do, and if you want to move on to something else and I'm not there yet, go ahead. Feel free to do whatever you want. Pain is bad, and as long as you don't do anything that is painful, you cannot do any of this wrong, okay? So sometimes with yoga, there's like, oh my gosh, am I going to do it right? Blah, blah, blah. It doesn't matter in here. You don't have to do anything right, okay? It just has to feel good for you. So, how do you want to start today? What do we feel like? Yes, Miss Paul. Yeah, turn it down, sure. Oh, Louise. Yes, it should be down. You mean a yoga instructor yelling at you to be calm isn't good? Isn't good? Let's start on our backs, everybody. Roll on down and get comfortable. So take your time coming down. Get comfortable. Close your eyes. Start to slow down your breath from that outside breath to your breath right here, where you can just take nice deep inhales and nice deep exhales. So there's no hurry and there's no rush. Everything is at your own pace, including the breath. Always make sure you just breathe, and it's okay to hear your breath. It's okay to hear your neighbor's breath. Breathe as deeply as you want. And as you're right there on your mats, start to think about what you can let go of. And that can be physical, That can be mental, it can be both. If you're holding on to a thought that is not serving you, and you certainly can't figure it out within the next 50 minutes, don't hold on to it right now at all. Physically, what are you holding on to? And we'll do a check-in from the crown of your head down to your toes. Where can you let go of any tension? Soften your forehead. Let your eyes roll back into their sockets. Unclench your jaw. Let your shoulder blades melt down behind you onto your mat. Nice, good breath. Fingers are loose. Let your hips go, let your stomach go. Legs are nice and loose, feet opening to either side. And then just breathe. Stay here for just a few more rounds of breath all on your own, and then we'll start to move together. So just breathe. And that nice big exhale, where you exhale all your air out, feel your stomach drop right into itself. You can start to wiggle out your fingers and wiggle out your toes. Gently roll your head side to side, chin coming down to each shoulder. Take those arms above your head, fingertips touch, reach that back wall. If you knock into some toes or something like that, it's okay. Toes come to touch in front of you, reach those front mirrors. And then let that go. Your arms come right back down by your side, nice and flat on the floor. Now you're gonna stay exactly in the spot that you are. So you're not really going to move that much. It's just gonna be a small little bit of movement in your back, okay? So right now, everyone, take your back and press your back as flat as you can down to your mat. You're gonna kind of curve a little bit up to the ceiling. That's okay, but press your back down nice and flat into your mat. And now let that go and go the other way and make a bridge. Lift your stomach up, and now there's a tiny bit of space between your mid-back and your mat. Press it down, make it flat. Exhale, make your bridge. Inhale, make it flat. Exhale, up to your bridge. So keep doing that little bit of movement right there for your lower back. Do any modification that you want to make it feel good for you, and always remember, if something doesn't feel good, you don't have to do it. Couple more rounds all on your own. And then when you're ready, let your back be nice and neutral.
nice and soft, and then pull that right knee into your chest. Have that left one come up and meet it. And now gently roll on that mid back that we were just working on. Pull your knees in and press them away. They can be little circles or big circles, but go one way for a little while and then reverse it and take it the other way. When you're ready, have the soles of the feet come right down to your mat and drop those knees over to the right. You can stay just like this if you like this, or you can take your head and loop that head the opposite direction over to the left, add in a little bit of upper twist along with your lower. Head will come back to the center. Knees come up into the sky and take those knees all the way over to the left. Head can look over to the right. Head will come back to the center. Knees come up into the sky. And one more time, take both knees over to the right. That bottom foot now, your right foot that's underneath your knee, if you want to slide that out from underneath and stack it on top of that knee, you can. So your right foot is stacked on top of your left knee. If you want, just to feel a little bit more of a twist coming on your left side over toward the right. If you went for that modification, slide that right foot back down underneath. Both knees are going to go over to the left. Take your time. Always be careful of that lower back and tailbone. Slide that foot out from underneath and stack that left foot on top of that right knee if you want to. Breathe. Slide that foot back down underneath. Both knees are going to come back up into the sky. Soles of the feet are flat on the floor for right now. Now lift those heels up and think of making a big letter L with both of your legs. Imagine they're glued together, okay? Take your arms wide out to the side because you're going to use them as your foundation and some core balance. And now just drop those knees side to side, keeping those legs up in the air. Remember, if anything doesn't feel good, don't do it. And there's no hurry. Get those knees down to either side if you can. Nice. Try to keep your shoulder blades nice and flat. You'll still get that rotation. Head can look to one side and then the other. Anything that feels good is the right answer. Get one more time on each side, whatever side you're on. And then whenever you've done that, both feet can come right back down onto the floor. Nice, everybody. Stretch those legs straight out. Arms are going to reach above your head. Curve your fingers and your toes over to the right. Let your hips press over to the left. Make yourself into a what? You guys are the best humans ever. Up nice and tall, over to the other side. Toes and fingers go to the left, hips go to the right for a banana asana. If you're new, welcome. That's what it's like in here. Reach up nice and tall. Pull that right knee into your chest. Leave that left leg nice and flat on the floor. Point and flex your toes. Roll out that ankle one way and then the other. Exactly. And now keep everything right where it is. Slide your fingers behind that right knee and take that right leg straight up into the sky. Try to get it as straight as you can, even if it's just for a second. And then feel free to bend your knee if that's a little too much. Point and flex your toes up here, roll out that ankle. If you have a strap, you can do that. If you have a towel, you can do that as well. And then we're going to take our hands and slowly walk them right up that right leg. It doesn't mean you have to get up to the toes. You can get your ankle, you can get wherever you like, or you can stay right where you are. If you have your strap up there, you can take it to the side with your strap. If you're using your hands, I would maybe bring them down toward your ankle just a little bit. Bring your head back down to the floor and then assist that leg, opening it over to the right. Keep it nice and straight. Nice. As much or as little as you want. Breathe. When you're ready and you're going to use your core on this, take that leg back up into the sky. Straight up. Nice. And then walk your hands down that right leg. Bring that right leg nice and flat on the floor. Always at your own pace, and then pull that left knee into your chest. Point and flex your toes, roll out your ankle on this side. And then slide those hands behind that left knee. Left leg goes straight up into the sky. Nice, everybody. Point and flex your toes, roll out that ankle. If you're using your strap, you can open it to the left with that. If you're not, walk your hands up that left leg and then help that left leg open over to the left. Breathe. Bring that left leg back up into the sky. And then depending on where your hands are, walk your hands back down that left leg. Stretch that left leg right out onto the floor. Take your arms right by your side. And if you are from anywhere on the East Coast or wherever, imagine what a snow angel would look like, or a sand angel since we live here. And now just take your feet nice and wide out from your mat. Take your arms nice and wide out from your mat. If you knock into your neighbor, just say, "Nice to meet you, snow angel," it's cool. And then just breathe. Think of just like growing nice and wide and long from your arms and your fingers and your legs and your toes, and just stretch. And breathe. When you're ready, pull everything back in. Soles of the feet go back down on the floor. And then take that right ankle and intersect that left knee. Open that right knee toward the mirror, so now your leg is parallel to them. And then take those hands underneath that left knee. Take that left leg back up into the sky. Pigeon on our left. Well, I guess it's both. Is it on our right? We're using our left leg in the sky, but are we doing it on the right?
Yes.
Yes, thanks. So it's pigeon standing on his left leg while opening his right leg. That's what I should have said. You guys, I am so rusty at this. It's been 2 weeks. Oh my gosh, I subbed for Jen on Monday, and I was like, this is a train wreck. And last night in spin, I was like, I was out of breath more than anyone in that class. So just bear with me. I know it's actually not that different than how I normally am, so. So there's that. Bring that left foot back down to your mat, uncrossed. Same thing on the other side now. Left ankle intersects that right knee. Open that left knee to the mirror. Bring those hands behind and take that right leg up into the sky. Bring that right foot down to the mat, uncross. Soles of the feet go on the floor, and now have them touch each other, and each knee goes to either side like a book. Breathe. If there's any tightness, you can back off from it, or you can take a deeper breath, and maybe it will help that way. So always remember your breath. Your breath is what gets you to the next step, the next stage, whatever you want to call it. We're going to stay here for a few more rounds of breath, so just settle into it. Let your breath be the work. Nice big inhale. Exhale. Have that left knee move over and join the right. So now the lower part of your body is twisting. Look the other direction. Head will come back to the center. Let that left knee open all the way back up to the left. Stay right there in your hip opener. Now keep that left leg where it is. Have that right leg come over and meet it. So right knee touches that left knee. Twist. Bring that head back to the center. Knees will both come up into the sky. Soles, the feet are down flat on the floor. Take that left leg, stretch it straight out. And now take that left hand, grab that right knee, pull it across, back over to the left. Right leg goes back out. Sole of the foot goes on the floor on the left. Take that right hand, grab that left knee, twist it over to the right. Bring that head back to the center. If you went for that twist, pull that left knee into your chest, have the right one join it, and then roll on your back again. Make your circles on the ceiling. When you're done with that, bring it right to the center. Slide both hands behind both of your knees, and now take both legs straight up into the sky. You can make your feet nice and flat and stand on the ceiling for a little while and hold it there. You can point your toes up and flex them and keep it right there for a little while. Go back and forth. Just stretch out those hamstrings. And when you're ready, soles of the feet will come back down on the floor. Take your fingertips and reach down and find your heels. That's going to be your guideline for kind of where you want to be for our modified bridges. So arms can stay nice and flat on the floor, and all you're going to do as you inhale is you're just going to press your hips up toward the ceiling. Inhale, lift everything up. It can be super big or it can be super small. That's up to you. The more you press yourself up, the more space there is to come down, and that's where it feels really nice. So when you're ready, come down and roll your back down one vertebrae at a time. Melt right into your mat. Press your tailbone into your mat, and then inhale, press everything up. Exhale, lower it down, melt. This is at your own pace. Make it feel good for you. So keep doing some more all on your own. Then we'll all move on together. Just make sure you inhale when you press up. Exhale as you lower down. Yep, keep it going. That looks nice. Wherever you are, we'll get one more in. Press that tailbone in when you finish that final one and stretch those legs flat onto the floor. Nice. When you're ready, you're going to slowly roll right onto your stomachs. More than likely, you'll be facing the back wall. Take your time. Once you get where you're going, stack your hands on top of each other. You can bring your forehead down. You can bring one cheek down. Whatever feels good. If you're looking in one direction, go ahead and switch which side you're looking at. Bring that chin and forehead back to the center, stack them on your hands. And then I'll bring that right knee, keep it nice and flat on the floor, and bring it up to that right elbow. So just think of being like a dead frog. I know that's a really thing to think about, but just be nice and flat. And then take that left knee and bring it up toward that left elbow. When you're ready, bring that left leg back down. Take your arms nice and wide. We're going to do our reverse snow angel. So chin comes down to the mat. Arms go as wide as you want. Take those legs out to the side, nice and wide as well. We're all looking down at the floor. It's okay. Go for it. Make it feel good. Now take your head, look over to the right, and close everything back up. Bring those arms right down by your side. Bring those legs back to touch. Put those palms up toward the ceiling. Take your head and look over to the opposite direction if you want to. Chin will come back to the center. Arms are going to come up and stack where they were before. And then you can put your chin on those hands if you want. And now pull that right heel in toward you. Reach around with that right hand and pull that ankle in. Try to get your heel to touch that booty. And when you're ready, switch that out so everything on the right comes down, or whichever side you're on, it doesn't matter. Just make sure you get both. And then pull that left heel in toward you as well. Let that left leg come down behind you. And now we're going to do both. So you're going to reach back and you're going to press your ankles or your toes or your foot into your hands. And that's how you lift the front part of yourself up, your chest and your head. The more you press into your hands, the more you'll come up on the front. And remember, that's always optional. Nice. Pain is bad, so back off from something if it's not working for you. When you're ready, come down. We'll do one more of those really nice. Nice inhale as you lift up. Exhale, lower down. Beautiful. Let's do one more. What the heck? Inhale, lift it up. Nice, everybody. Exhale, down. Bring those legs down behind you. Hands come down. Palms come nice and flat on your mat. Elbows come down on your mat. Press yourself up for your Sphinx pose. And it's always nice to curve your head up and look up toward the ceiling, but it's also really nice to let your head go and look down. And then you can stay here in Sphinx if you like this, or feel free to modify it and take it into your baby cobra by sliding your hands underneath your shoulders so now your elbows are up. Keep your arms right by your side and then press up. Stay here as long as you like and then lower down when you're ready. We'll do that one a couple more times too, at your own pace, always. Inhale when you want to. Exhale. We'll go for one more. Whenever you're ready, bring it up. Any variation you want. Nice, then down. Take your time coming down. Bring those hands and those elbows down to your mat, and then you're going to press yourself back into your child's pose. Take your time. Knees go as wide as your mat. The wider you make your knees, that's the more space you have to come down in between. So give yourself some space. Walk your hands up to the top of your mat. Exhale. With every exhale, think of what you can let go of. Your chest, your stomach. If you can sit back closer toward your heels, that's going to happen when you exhale. So this is one variation of child's pose, but there's also another one. So if this one, you don't like how it feels on your knees, or there's tightness like in your hips or anything of that nature, you can also bring your knees to touch right in front of you. Fold your chest onto your legs and then take your hands and wrap them around and stack them on your feet. Think of curling yourself up into a little ball. Let your head come forward, your shoulders roll forward. It's the same child's pose, it's just a different way to do it. When you're ready, bring your hands down to your mat. Press yourself up onto all fours. We're going to do a couple rounds of cat and cow. We're going to do like one more stretch for each leg, and then we'll take it back down onto our mat. So just stay with me, you guys. It can be a lot on your knees, I know. If your knees ever start to bother you in here, double up your mat by folding it in half. Grab 2 mats. Let me know. I'll get you towels, whatever you need. Pain is bad. So do your cat and cow if you're not sure what that is. For your cow, you inhale, curve your back out and look up. Exhale, press that back up to the sky like a Halloween cat. And then just keep going back and forth between the two. Inhale, cow, exhale, cat. Some of you know this story, but so if you don't, today's your lucky day. When I first started teaching, I was like, oh, you always want to
think of direction that is the most universal to people to understand. So I was like, Halloween cat, I got, but I used to say, imagine you have udders for your cow, and I found that people really didn't like to hear that. So, so I stopped saying that a long time ago, except for today. So there you go. So just imagine, if you will, you have udders. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a giver. When you're ready with that, you're gonna meet in your nice flat neutral spine, and we're gonna do one more stretch. So, I don't know if we've actually ever done this one in here. So if you wanna do it, I want you to. If you don't, you never have to. Take your right foot and step it up to meet your right hand on the outside of that right arm. Once you get that foot there, now frame that front right foot. So that right hand goes on the outside, so your foot is in between both of your hands. Don't move your foot to the center, just keep your hands on the outside. With your hands nice and flat, lean into that front knee. So you're gonna feel this hopefully on the left, your inner thigh, your groin area. You can keep kind of folding over if that feels good, or you can come up onto your fingertips, lift your chest up a little bit. Yep, you can bring your knee up. You can do whatever you want. If it feels good, that's the right one. Nice. When you're ready, step that right foot back. Take your time. That right knee comes down. The left foot steps up to meet that left hand. Frame that front left foot and lean into that left knee. When you're ready, take your time, step that left foot back. Just roll right around and have a seat. Face those front mirrors again. And then roll down onto your backs. So get comfortable. Just as you took the time at the beginning of class, take the time to get that comfortable at the end of class. Shavasana is the time when you absorb your practice. So take it. Go back to those nice big inhales and exhales. You'll be here for just a minute, and then I'll bring us back and we'll finish class together. So until then, just breathe and enjoy your Shavasana. Staying right there in your Shavasana. Wiggle out your fingers and wiggle out your toes. Roll your head side to side. Just gently add in a little movement. Arms can reach above your head, fingertips touch, toes can come to touch in front. Do that nice deep stretch right from your center one more time. And then options, because you always have those. You can press yourself up to a comfortable seat of your choice right off the bat. You can roll to your side in a fetal position first and then press yourself up to a comfortable seat. And your comfortable seat options can be on your knees, legs straight out in front, ankles crossed. Or you can always stay right there where you are on your mat too. When you come up here, your eyes will open, just close them together again and bring your hands to your heart in prayer. We'll do one final inhale and exhale together. Inhale. Exhale. I truly believe we only keep what we have by giving it away, and we all have so much. And by that, I mean a kind word, patience, a second chance. If you give any of that away, you will get it back, and you will get it back today. With that, I take my forehead and I bow it to my fingertips. The light in me honors the light in all of you. Namaste. Namaste. It goes without saying that I missed you all for 2 weeks. I really did. So I'm very happy to be back. And it's so wonderful that we all get to go into the world and see fantastic places and meet fantastic people. And then we get to come back here because this is where we live. So we're lucky. I hope all of you have a wonderful, wonderful day. You're the best humans in the world. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Steve.